Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So right here in my hand, I've got the iPhone 13 mini in product red. It's been 4 years since Apple released this little guy, and honestly, in a world where phones are basically becoming tablets, seeing something this compact is, well, it's kinda special. In this video, I want to talk about why, even in late 2025, I still have this phone with me every single day. We're gonna look at how it actually handles the new iOS 26 with that liquid glass design, check out the performance, yes, I actually benchmarked it, and we'll talk about the battery, the camera, and of course some downsides that might be your consideration for having this iPhone. Just a quick heads up, while I'm holding the mini, everything I'm gonna say applies pretty much exactly to the regular iPhone 13 too, aside from the screen size and battery capacity. So if you're rocking the regular 13, you're in the right place. But here's the thing, is this phone still worth buying or keeping? Or is the new iPhone 17 with that 120Hz display and 256GB base storage finally the push you need to upgrade? Let's find out. First off, let's just take a second to appreciate this form factor. You know, I have a personal bias here. I absolutely love compact phones. Holding this thing, it's just comfy in your hand. Back when this released, the unique selling point was literally just that. Flagship power in a size that didn't require gymnastics to use with one thumb. And 4 years later, that's still true. It's my backup device now, not my daily driver, but I always have it in my pocket because it's so unobtrusive. Whether I'm testing beta programs or just need a phone while my main one is charging, this is my go-to. Okay, let's talk software. This unit is running the public stable release of iOS 26 that came out a few months ago, and I gotta say, Apple really cooked with this one. The new liquid glass design language looks fantastic. It's got this depth and translucency that makes older versions like iOS 18 feel practically ancient. On this 5.4-inch OLED screen, it really pops. It's satisfying. However, I want to be real with you guys. When I first updated, this phone got warm. Like, noticeably warm. I think it was just the phone re-indexing system files and sorting out my photo library, which is pretty standard for major updates. After a few days, it settled down, but just know that if you update, that initial heat is normal. Performance-wise on the UI, it's surprisingly fluid. Swiping between apps is smooth. It doesn't feel old yet, which is crazy for a 4-year-old device. I didn't just want to tell you it feels fast, I wanted to test it. So I ran Geekbench 6 on this specific unit. Here's what we got. 2306 on single core and 5497 on multi-core. For the GPU, the metal score hit 18480. What does that mean in real life? It means the A15 Bionic chip inside here is still a beast. For your daily stuff, social media, web browsing, checking emails, it's absolutely decent. Apps open quick. Not instant like on the new A19 chips in the iPhone 17 of course, but you're not going to be sitting there waiting for things to load. I even did some gaming on it. I pushed it with some high demanding racing games and it played smoothly. It was a great experience, honestly. But, and this is a downside you need to consider, it does get warm during long sessions. That small body just doesn't have a lot of room to dissipate heat. Now we have to talk about the RAM. This phone has 4GB of RAM. In 2025, where apps are getting huge, that is a bit of a limitation. If I'm doing heavy multitasking like jumping between a game, Instagram, and Safari, I do notice apps reloading more often. It's called force closing, where the system kills the background app to save memory. It reloads fast because the processor is good, but if you're a heavy multitasker, you will notice it. It's just a reality of 4GB RAM in an 8GB or even 12GB world on the newest iPhone 17 Pro. Let's touch on battery. My unit here is sitting at 91% battery health, which is honestly fantastic for its age. Since I use this mainly as a secondary device, the standby time is phenomenal. It can easily last me a whole day sitting in my pocket. Even when I've used it as my main phone for a day, doing a lot of testing and scrolling, it gets me through. Though I might need a quick top up if I'm pushing it hard. I haven't noticed a huge hit to battery life with iOS 26 compared to iOS 18 or previous versions. It feels about the same, which is a win in my book. Camera-wise, I want to break this down a bit because numbers don't tell the full story. When this phone launched, it was actually a huge leap in camera tech. Apple brought the sensor shift OISs, which was previously exclusive to their massive Pro Max models, down to this tiny body along with much bigger 1.7 micron pixels to let in way more light. It also introduced cinematic mode, which was revolutionary back then. It allows you to record video with a shallow depth of field and automatically shifts focus between subjects. Even in 2025, this feature is still incredibly fun and useful. If you're vlogging or just taking videos of your pets or friends, it instantly makes your footage look professional and movie-like. It holds up really well. Now, fast forward to today. Sure, on paper you don't have the 48 megapixel resolution of the newer iPhone. But honestly, for social media, Instagram stories, TikTok, Twitter, this 12 megapixel sensor is still really decent. You know, these apps compress your photos anyway, so unless you're printing billboards or cropping in like crazy, the results here are sharp, vibrant, and have that reliable iPhone look we all love. It's still a fantastic point-and-shoot camera. However, you do miss out on optical zoom, so you're stuck with digital crop if you want to get closer. And of course, you don't get the Apple Intelligence features since those require the newer chips. But for me, not a deal breaker. I usually just use alternatives like Gemini or ChatGPT, which are super powerful and sit right on my home screen. I have them on my home screen and they work great. So don't let the FOMO on AI be the only reason you ditch this phone. So conclusion time. Who is this for? If you are someone who loves compact phones, this is it. It's the last of its kind. It's surprisingly capable, feels professional, and fits perfectly in your pocket. I honestly think the iPhone 13 series is the minimum iPhone that is still worth buying or keeping in 2025. It holds up really well. But if you are looking to upgrade, here's my advice. If you want that buttery smooth 120Hz ProMotion display, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Or if you really want that new 18 megapixel front camera with center stage for vlogging, then you should look at the iPhone 17. Apple is selling the iPhone 17 starting at $799, which is the same price as last year, and this is huge, they doubled the base storage to 256 gigabytes. That is a solid value. You will feel the difference in speed, display, and camera. But for me, this Red 13 Mini isn't going anywhere. It's staying right here in my pocket. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments if you're still rocking a Mini or if you're finally upgrading. I'll catch you in the next one.